6:40 on your Wednesday morning, and April is National Stress Awareness Month, a time to recognize a feeling we all experience but often underestimate. While stress is a normal part of life, health experts warn that chronic or unmanaged stress can have serious consequences for both your mental and physical health. So this morning we are joined by Dr. Cottingham from Lexington Medical Center to take a closer look at how stress impacts the body and what you can do to protect your well-being. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so we have to dive into it because I feel like a lot of people use the word stress but don't really talk about it can really have serious consequences and an impact on your body.
It can. You know, stress, obviously the normal things you think about, a headache, some tension, not sleeping well, your mood is affected by stress, but it can lead to an increased risk in heart attack, diabetes, obesity, stroke, all the things we don't want, right?
Exactly. And as we are continuing to see studies come out and show that a lot of times the root causes for a lot of these illnesses, people can trace it back to stress. So it really can damage your body. Now, what are some of the signs, the physical signs that, okay, I am dealing with more stress than normal?
Fatigue, not sleeping well, your mood may be changing, more irritable, not being able to get along with people as easily as you used to, getting more reactive to things that you wouldn't be as reactive to.
Yeah, so those are things when you're starting to feel a little bit off. Now, my next question is this. Okay, we know it can impact our body. We're hearing about how it can do that. What are ways, tangible ways, that we can effectively try to manage the stress?
So you want to do things, take a walk, exercise tremendously helps stress. So
Yes.
trying to do a little bit of exercise most days of the week. Trying to get enough sleep. Meditation, yoga, stretching, all that can help. Trying to spend time with your friends and family, whatever kind of hobbies you enjoy.
Yeah.
So just taking time out for yourself, which is hard to do.
It is hard to do. And I think one of the things you have to talk about too is the fact that self-care is not selfish.
No, it's very important.
It's so important because you can't pour from an empty cup, my friend. So you've heard it. We've talked about the mental health impacts. We've talked about the physical impacts. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Doctor's orders.
Exactly.
Doctor's orders. It's a prescription. Take care of yourself and do everything you can to manage that stress. Now, we are also going to put this on our website, WLTX.com, so you can reference it back as you were trying to figure out how to deal with stress. Maybe you have a loved one who's dealing with a lot of stress. Go ahead and send them this with a nice little note and say, hey, it can really impact you if you don't get this under control. But thank you again for joining us. All right, my